What's going on, everybody? I figured I would do something different. A little bit of, I don't know, I think this is probably going to end up being like kind of a few different parts, so bear with me, because as per usual, I don't enjoy editing, and so I usually try to make the video all in like a one shot. I do my best not to have to do any extra work, so I thought it was maybe time for some of the people who have started following the YouTube page to maybe understand who I am and why I'm here and why I have random thoughts sometimes about just ridiculous stuff. So let me back up to the beginning. Okay, so I actually am a physical therapist assistant. I've been doing this for a few years. I graduated in 2016. Love the profession. Physical therapy is just, I can't speak enough about it, that it's just an amazing thing, and I really do love the profession. So yeah, so I worked as a physical therapist assistant for a few years, about 4 or 5 years, and then the pandemic happened, and I went on a furlough. I took some time off, and then during the time that I was off, my husband and I went on a motorcycle ride. He went under a trailer. Things got real bad in our life, and so when you're joining us now, you're joining us about almost 3 years later, post-injury. So he did sustain a spinal cord injury. He does not have sensation below his chest level. We are on this big long journey of watching him recover and pushing the boundaries to see him walk again. He is an incomplete injury, which means there is a better chance of recovery and regaining a lot more function. The further out from injury you come, it is harder to gain those gains. It is hard to make progress. So we're still pushing the boundaries. We want to see those things happen. Yeah. During that time, I needed a good outlet for me. Really, we had come to learn how difficult it is to be a wheelchair user and still get out and go to your doctor's appointments or go visit homes that, your friends have that aren't exactly accessible. So we've learned things the hard way along the way, and then now that's what we do now, is we try to share a bit of this so that it's not so hard for people starting out. Maybe they can catch these videos and then find out that, hey, there's an easier way that somebody, has tried, and what works for us doesn't always work for everybody. So it's just like with all injuries and things like that. Everything kind of depends. So let's see. Why are most of my videos shot from my van? This is one, it's my quiet time. This is where I'm one-on-one with my thoughts, which sometimes is a little scary, but yeah. So this is essentially my office. I started a wheelchair accessible transportation business in 2020. It's been quite successful. I have 2 vans now, and I counted it up a few days ago, and really I'm kind of managing about, on a regular basis, consistently, about 20 seniors or people with disabilities that need extra resources to get around town, get to appointments, go visit family, whatever the case be. We're kind of a private pay kind of thing, so we do whatever we want. We're not really restricted to where they go. We do stay in state, of course, and we have certain boundaries in our cities, but it's been incredibly rewarding to, even though I had to leave physical therapy for a little while to work on my husband's rehab, doing this on the side has been very rewarding, in the sense that people are getting out of their homes to do things that maybe they haven't done in a long time because they didn't have the resources. Not everybody that uses a wheelchair has a wheelchair accessible vehicle, and they are really limited in where they're allowed to go. And so I truly do enjoy being able to bring that back to people, get them to see family members they haven't seen in a long time, go to the casino, go to the movies, go do something other than just going to doctor's visits. So yeah, so I'm gonna end this one for part 1. That's kind of a brief background, and then I will talk a little bit more about my husband's specific injuries and where we're going from there. Stay tuned.